Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. It's Alaysia Shunice if you're new, and if you're not, thanks for coming back. We love to have you. So as you can tell by the title of this video, I'm moving. That's like my quiet scream, but I am super excited to move. So if you don't know, right now I'm currently living in Maryland. I go to American University for graduate school. I'm getting my master's in political communication, and I'm getting another master's in educational policy. So I live in Maryland, but I work in Baltimore, and right now I live about in the middle. My job is like 30 minutes away from where I live right now, but my school is a little bit farther than that. And so it's been working out because school's virtual. So I don't have to I don't have to go in person. My classes are in the evenings. My classes typically start at 5:30, but they can end as late as 10:20 p.m. And I don't want to have to drive for 45 minutes to an hour to get home, or for 30 minutes to 45 minutes to get home at 10:20 p.m., knowing that I probably have work that I need to do before I go to bed or things like that. So I am moving. I'm gonna move into DC, and I already have my apartment. I got approved and I signed the lease. I'm excited, y'all. But I really love where I live right now, and I'm not gonna disclose like the name of my apartment or anything like that, just for safety reasons. But I love where I live right now. It's just location. Right now, location is going to be a problem. Having to go to school and then driving back, it's just going to be way too much. So in this video, I'm going to take you with me apartment hunting, and then for the apartments that I did not choose, I am going to tell you their names and prices and location. I'm going to tell you what I loved about the apartment, what I didn't love about the apartment. Some of the apartments I will not say the name of them, just because those are some apartments that I still see myself wanting to live in. There are some that I just don't see myself living in, period, either because of location or size and pricing and things like that. So those I will share with you. Another thing, let me know, like, if you were to ever move to the DMV area, let me know what your price range would be, because when I was looking up like apartment hunting and stuff like that, I didn't find a lot of videos that showed apartments that I would want to move into. So like, I know quite a few people have reached out and their budget is like $1,500 to $1,700, and I'm gonna go looking for them and send recordings and stuff like that. But this could be something that I do on YouTube too, so y'all just let me know. But I'm gonna stop talking and we're gonna go get into the video. Is that all right? Yeah, that's cool. Let's go. right, hey friends. So if you see me looking down first, let's talk about that. If you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at all the quotes that I got from the various apartments that you're gonna see today. Also, if you hear any noise, it's because I live near an airport and the planes are coming in. So there's nothing I can do about that. But the first apartment that you saw is Tacoma Central. Some of the things that I liked about Tacoma Central is its closeness to my school, how close it is to my school. It's close, it's not super close, but it's closer than what I would have been driving right now. It's no more than 20 minutes to my school. It has a DC address, but I realized when I went there that it's more so in the Maryland area, like in the Tacoma Park area, which is fine. I don't mind. I also like that it is near a train station. It's actually near 2 train stations, if I'm not mistaken. So those are some of the things that I liked. I also liked the pricing. I thought the pricing was very reasonable. The space was a little small for me, but for some people, 500 square foot is big enough for one person. I also like that there was a washer and dryer in the unit. I don't know if the washer and dryer is the way that it looks is my favorite. However, I'm happy that there's a washer and dryer in the unit. I love the hardwood floors. I do not like carpet in living rooms at all. So I love that it had hardwood floors, and I love that it had that nice, slick, modern look, and it was up to date. So this particular apartment that you looked at is 533 square foot, and the ranges of rent is from 155 100 $1,553 to $1,840. Sometimes the gap is dependent on your leasing term. So like if you do a longer leasing term, your rent will be cheaper. Yeah, if it goes by like that. But this apartment is giving like a little sale type thing. A lot of apartments are doing sales where you'll see like you get some money off your first month, or you get the first 2 months off free, things like that. This apartment also has 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. However, when I went to go view the apartment, they didn't have any available. And so they're 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. You can get a bedroom that's 1,140 square feet for $2,623. Your deposit is $500. And then they have some other costs, which would be like your amenities fee, your application fees. So your amenities fee is $600 per household, and these are like one-time fees. Your application fee is $75 per lease signer. That's a one-time fee as well. You have a non-refundable pet fee. Most apartments do. This apartment, the pet fee for a cat or dog is $350 per pet. And then to rent them you have to pay like a pet rent per month, which is $50 a month. Then you have garage spaces that are monthly costs, and so for one garage space, it's $225 a month. And if you have a garage with one storage space compact is $200. Then you have building reserved parking, that's a cost, and building unassigned parking compact, and both of those are $175. Storage, if you only want storage, is $50. So some of the things that I did not like about this apartment is the parking garage. I didn't like that. In order to get to it, there's an alley that you have to go to. I didn't do a recording of it because I was by myself, and you know, as a woman, you just never know what could happen in spaces like that when you're by yourself. So there's an alley behind the building that you walk towards to get to the underground parking. I personally didn't really like that because if I'm coming home at 10:20 at night and I have to walk through that alley, you have to walk through the alley to get into the building, I would be very concerned and nervous to have to walk through there by myself late at night like that. So that was a big turn off for me. Like I said, the space was too small for me. The 533 square foot was too small. For one person, I think it's a reasonable space, but it just wasn't enough for me. I did not like that this apartment didn't have at least like an island, or an island that's attached to the wall, or one that's not. I didn't like that it didn't have that either. So those are just some of the things that I didn't like. But for someone who's within the budget of $1,500 to $1,800, I think this is a great space. I think that it's spacious enough for one person and it fits within the budget. And it's in the DC area, but also in the Maryland area. So you kind of get the best of both worlds. It's near a train station. So if you have a lower budget, like $1,500 to $1,800, and you want to get a 1-bed, 1-bath, not a studio, I think this would be a great place for you. And so this again is Tacoma Central. I realized that I didn't tell you some look-fors that I'm looking for in my apartment, and I also didn't tell you some things about Tacoma Central. So we're gonna take it back a little bit. Okay, so some things that I'm looking for in my apartment. Definitely needs to have a dishwasher. That's something that, I've never used a dishwasher up until this year ever in my life. I hand wash my dishes all my life. I've seen my roommate using the dishwasher, and I kind of learned by watching her do it, and it's so convenient. Like I have so much to do throughout the day. I work as a teacher full-time for elementary, for public school. That in itself is a lot, and I'm still in the process of getting certified in the state of Maryland. So I'm also doing, I have my teaching certification classes that I'm taking and studying for the praxis, and it's a lot. And then I'm in school for 2 master's degrees. So I'm in class every single night from 5:30 to 8, sometimes later than that. And on top of that, I also have another job where I'm a graduate assistant for doing research. So I have a lot going on. So taking time out to wash dishes sometimes can be a little, so I can be using that time doing something else. And so once I learned how to use a dishwasher, and I saw that it was actually cleaning my dishes, I just realized I need to have a dishwasher when I move. So that's a must, a dishwasher. Another must is having a washer and dryer in the unit. It can be the stackable ones. I don't mind the stackable ones. Right now I have in my apartment currently, both my washer and dryer are on the floor, which is great, works for me. I love it. But I don't mind a stackable. I just want there to be a washer and dryer in my unit. I also another must is hardwood floors in the living room, in the kitchen, and in the bathroom. Now, I've never seen carpet in the bathroom. If I ever do, I need to speak to whoever. No, you should never have carpet in the bathroom. But I don't mind it in the room. I actually prefer it in the room because it gets really cold here and the floor gets cold. But I definitely want hardwood floor in the kitchen, living room, and bathroom. Everywhere except for the bedroom, essentially. That's another must. Parking is a must. It doesn't have to be assigned, but I really don't do street parking. I don't mind parallel parking and doing street parking for an event, going somewhere, but overnight, no. So if you have a parking garage or if you have a parking lot, that works for me. And I don't mind paying for it either. Now here are some preferred things. I prefer a gym at my apartment. I prefer for my apartment to have a gym. I prefer for my apartment to be near a train station. Because I have a car, it's not something that I need, but I prefer for them to have it. I prefer to have a balcony, but it's not needed. I really didn't use my balcony that I have right now. I prefer for there to be floor-to-ceiling windows because I love having a lot of natural light come in, especially over the weekends. That's usually how I wake up, by the sun shining in. Right now, it's not. I don't like it because the sun is shining super early. This morning, I woke up at 6 o'clock, and it's a Saturday. Why am I waking up at 6 o'clock on a Saturday? Because the sun is shining. So I forgot to close my blinds. I usually never close them because I like the sun coming in, but not when it's 6 o'clock. Sis, have some respect, okay? I'm sleeping. Shine somewhere else. But those are some things that I must have in my apartment, and those are some things that I prefer. If I forgot anything, then I'll come back and let you know. apartment that I went to view, I am not going to disclose the name of this apartment because this is one of the apartments that I'm considering. There's another apartment that you'll see in this video, and I'm not going to say the name of that apartment as well because those are the two apartments that I'm deciding between. But this apartment, I fell in love with it. I mean, what is there not to like about the apartment? From the minute I walked in, I said, this is where I belong. I immediately sent a picture to my mom and my grandma and my sister. We have like a little group chat. I sent a picture to them and I said, I think this is my home because wow. So this apartment has a parking garage, which was really nice. It's connected to the apartment, and so essentially you can only park in the parking garage if you're a resident, because you get like this like key thing. I don't know what you call it, but it's like if you have a sun pass or something like that, you put it connected to your car. You have one of those, and when you come up to the gate, it opens because of that. And so everyone has their own assigned parking. And so you park in your assigned parking, and then there's an elevator that you can take up to your floor. So I really love that because I'm literally walking from my car into the elevator and going up, and only residents could get inside, which was great. There are also cameras in the parking garage, so security was really great, and so I liked that. The other thing that I liked about this apartment, there are so many amenities. Like there's a kids room, there's a game room, and not that that's something that I need. I don't have any children, I don't have a family, but I thought it was really nice to see that. They also had they had a ton of areas where I can go and study if I don't want to be in my apartment. They had like a business area down in the main lobby. They also had one around the corner by where the mail system is. They had a rooftop, which they call the penthouse. I like that they had a dog park on the roof because I'm thinking about getting a dog since I'll be living alone, thinking about getting a dog. So that's really nice to see that they have a dog park up on the roof. I thought the rooftop area was super nice, and being when it gets warm, I'll be moving in the summer, so it'll be nice and warm. It'll be really nice for me to sit out there and work because I am still going to be doing my research job over the summer, so it'll be nice to be able to work and just conduct research and study and stuff like that out there. I'm also taking classes over the summer, so it'd be nice to do classes out there as well. So now with the actual apartment itself. So the first apartment you saw is a 2-bed, 2-bath. It's 1,075 square foot, and it cost $3,024. That is what hurt my heart about these apartments. Now, these apartments had everything that I prefer and everything that I want and need. The price shot me in both feet and maybe one arm. It's not something that I can't afford, but it is definitely something that I don't want to have to pay for. I don't want to have to pay $3,000 for an apartment. I just don't. But I really loved it. I loved that it had the floor to ceiling windows. There was so much natural light coming in. It had the balconies. It had the hardwooden floors, and I loved the white cabinets. I thought it opened up the space so much more. It had the walk-in closet and the storage space that I need. It had the stackables just the way that I liked them. And it also had space for linen in there as well. So there was a lot about this apartment that I really loved. I also like that this apartment is only like 10 minutes away from my school. Really? It's like right there. It's also really close to 3 different train stations. It's close to Capitol Hill. So it's right there around everything that I need and all the different places that I'll be going to. It's also one of the closer ones to my apartment. So Tacoma Central was close to my apartment. I'm sorry, not my apartment. Tacoma Central was close to my job in Baltimore. This apartment is as well. This apartment was probably like 45 minutes away from my job. But I like how close it is to my school. And so there's another apartment that I fell in love with just as much as this apartment. So I don't know which one I'm going to choose. The second apartment that you saw at this particular apartment complex actually had more space than the previous one. However, it's cheaper. So that apartment is 1,908 square foot, and it cost $2,858. And so the reason why it's cheaper is because it doesn't have the floor to ceiling window. It also doesn't have the balcony. So because it doesn't have some of those things, it doesn't have the linen space with the washer and dryer. But it is bigger. So if a balcony is not something that you need, if the linen space is not something that you need, I don't see those as must. Also, if the floor to ceiling windows is not something that you need, then this would be the place for you, because you'd definitely be saving a couple $100s with that one. Yeah, so that's what I liked about this apartment. So now this apartment, like Tacoma Central, has some additional cost, and this apartment is offering 2.5 months free. So I thought that was nice. They also waived the application fee currently, And I think it's really all because of COVID. This is not something that they do all the time. It's just because of COVID. The garage parking spaces has been reduced by $25 to $50. So I will be paying $150 every month for parking. Trash is not a cost. Electricity and utilities, it's individually metered, which means you are personally responsible based on how much you use in your apartment. The reservation is $150, and storage is $100 a month. A pet fee, they have a $500 pet deposit at move-in, and then it's $50 monthly. So similar to Tacoma Central. However, this apartment does not charge you for amenities. So I guess like Tacoma Central charges you that one-time fee of $600 for that one time, but your rent is exceptionally cheaper at Tacoma Central. So I guess it's just really like, what do you want and what do you prefer, or how do you want to live? I still think Tacoma Central is a really great place. I also think this place is really great. But if I had to rank them, I would definitely put this apartment above Tacoma Central, just based on the things that I want and prefer. So. All right, so the next apartment that you're looking at is called Blackbird Apartments. This apartment, I loved the location. I love where it is. One, because I can look out my window and I'd see the White House. Literally, like, it's on Pennsylvania Ave, and it's right there by the White House. So you have to keep in mind, when I say the price, it's because you're right there. So being close to the White House and being on Capitol Hill, you're gonna pay for that. Some of the other things that I liked about this apartment, the appliances. Some of the refrigerators on the apartment were like the little iPad thing. I didn't even know how to work it. It was super fancy. The location of this apartment to my school is very close. I liked that it was near a train station. Like I said, again, the location. I also like that this apartment, Blackbird, it had a parking garage, and under the apartment is like a barista, a cafe type of thing, which was really nice. They also had a nice rooftop with a pool. I don't think I recorded that. I don't think I got a video of that, but they had some nice amenities. They also had a gym, which I thought was great as well. Now, the one thing that I didn't like about this apartment is I didn't feel that the space was worth the cost. I also didn't like that the bedroom was hardwood floors, but that's something that I can get over. Just put rugs in there and stuff like that. But I really didn't feel like the space was worth the price. So for example, the apartment that you saw is a 2-bed, 2-bath. It's only like 840 or 890 square foot, and it's ranging between $2,000 to $4,000. And I just didn't think that was reasonable to pay more than I'm paying at Tacoma, and almost just as much as I'm paying at the second apartment that I showed you before. More money. I think that's ridiculous. But it's also because you're right there by Capitol Hill. So this apartment was way out of my budget. I refused to pay $4,000 a month for 800 square feet when I can pay $3,000 for over 1,000 square feet, or when I can pay $1,700 or $1,500 for almost 600 square feet. So pricing was, once you told me the price, I just knew it's a no for me. But it's really nice. They also had like a little sit-in area like the other 2 apartments that I thought were really nice. So it's a very nice apartment, and if $4,000 is something that you can easily afford, then this could be the place for you. Okay, so the last apartment that I viewed, I am not gonna say the name of this apartment because this apartment has my heart. And it could potentially be where I am living. So this apartment is, and I'm trying to look for the papers. Okay, so this apartment, I was not able to record what the bedroom looked like because the leasing agent that I went with, he was just asking a lot of questions, and I just didn't have time to record. Also, it was a little weird recording while he was there following me the whole time, so I just wasn't able to record. But I'll tell you some of the things that I liked about this apartment. So this apartment was very similar to apartment number 2. And what I liked about this apartment, so apartment number 2 had a white and gray contrast. This apartment had a white and black. It made it look so modern and sleek. I loved it. It also had the 2-door refrigerator with the freezer at the bottom, which gave me lots of space in my refrigerator and freezer, which I loved. It had a lot of counter and cabinet space. It had the island kitchen that was right in the middle, and which had the dishwasher in it and extra drawers and things like that with a sink on top. I thought it was really nice. All the cabinets were white. It had that floor to ceiling and a balcony. It had, gotta tell y'all the other thing that I loved. So it had the master bedroom, of course, which I loved, with the double sinks inside the bathroom. But the second bathroom had like this nice, really nice shower, and inside the shower there's like this little sitting area, and I don't know why, but I fell in love with that. The shower door opens up, it doesn't slide, it opens, and it has like this nice little sitting area that blends right into the design of the shower, which I thought was so nice. I also loved the second bedroom's door. It automatically gives you that vibe of it being an office or a beauty room because it's a sliding door. You can either get one that's like all glass with like a black type of thing going on, or you can get one that's white and it has like glass windows. It just was so beautiful. It was very spacious, and I just loved everything about it. Now, the one thing that I didn't love about this apartment is the location. It's in an area where they're trying to make the area look better. They're building a lot of apartments right now in that area, and it's still an up and coming area. So there really wasn't much in that area. There were a lot of storage units, companies that were in the area. There was a McDonald's right next door to the apartment. Yeah, the apartment just looked like it was placed in a in an area, and now they're trying to build similar things like that. The leasing agent did tell me that behind the apartment they're building some stores and they're trying to really make the area look really nice and things like that. But I don't want to have to live through the building. I don't want to be sleeping and hearing the construction. I just don't. I'm sorry. I don't want to hear construction the whole time, especially if my district is thinking about starting remotely in the beginning of next school year. I don't want my children to hear that when I'm teaching, the building and things like that. So that was one thing that I didn't like. But I do like that it's near a train station. I like that it's near a train station. I like that they had a parking garage. Their parking garage is very similar to apartment number 2, where you drive up to the gate and you have the thing like that in your car and it comes up, you park, you take the elevator up to your floor. I like that about it. That was really nice. So this apartment, the biggest issue was location. It's also very far from my job. Because it's within DC, so I would have to get through DC traffic before I can even get to the Baltimore-Washington Parkway to even start driving to work. So it's over an hour to get to my job, so that was one thing that I didn't like, but it is close to American, so it just depends. Like, do I want to have to wake up super duper early to get to work and have to drive for a little bit over an hour to get there, or what? So I don't know. Now I'm going to give you pricing for this apartment. So this apartment, the reservation fee / amenity fee is $500. Application fee is $75. The parking for your car, you pay $200 for 1 parking space, $300 for 2 parking spaces. And for all of these apartments that have like parking garages, you only are allowed to go up to 2 cars. So if you have 3 roommates and each of you have a car, it's not going to work out. Not for 1 apartment. Somebody else is going to have to park in the streets or something, or take turns. You're only allowed to have up to 2 car parking spaces. The pet fee for 1 pet is $500 and $750 for 2 pets. That's a one-time cost. And then pet rent is $60 a month. So this one was a little higher than all the rest of them. This one you also have to pay for trash removal, which is $15 a month. And like the other apartments, your water, sewer, and electric is metered by apartment. Another thing that I really liked about this apartment, it was built last year. So it's very new, very new. Now, the 2 apartments that I looked at, actually 3, and I ranked them in order of 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. So the first apartment that I liked was a 1-bed with a den, and it's a 2-bath. And for a 15-month lease, this apartment is $2,580 for 840 square foot. And what I liked about this apartment, like I said, it has a balcony. I like the glass sliding door for what would be my office. I love the floor to ceiling window. I love the closet space. It's very huge. It has an island, but this one in particular, the island is like one of those cart type of islands. So you will only fit like 2 chairs, one right here and one on the opposite side of it, parallel to it. And I like the white to black design. The second apartment that I ranked for number 2 is also a 1-bed with a den and 1 bath. However, this one has everything that the other one has. It just didn't have a balcony. But when I realized when they took away the balcony, both closets were walk-in closets. So the apartment that had the balcony, one closet was not really a walk-in closet. It was spacious enough, but you're not walking in it. This apartment, the second one, didn't have a balcony, had everything else, and a walk-in closet. So if you need more storage space, I would say go with the one that doesn't have the balcony. Plus, well, let me not even lie, the other balcony was pretty spacious. So yeah, if you prefer a balcony, then you're going to be sacrificing some closet space. But if you need more closet space, which I do, then you'll have 2 walk-in closets. And this one is 792 square feet for $2,222. And that's for a 15-month lease. Your price does go up a couple $100s if you do a 12-month. Also, if you're planning to move to the DMV area within this year or this summer, it's good to note that everyone's doing up to a 60-day hold. So you can reserve and hold that apartment if you get approved for up to 60 days. On the regular, it's usually up to 30 days. So the third apartment, which was my third option, it's really the one that I truly fell in love with, and I still love it with everything in me. It's just the cost that I can't get down with. So this apartment is a 2-bedroom with a den, and it's 2 bath, and this apartment is $3,540. So when you add in all the other rent fees like trash and electricity and water and your parking fee and all that stuff, you're basically paying $4,000. And like I told you earlier, I'm not paying $4,000, but it is for 1,225 square feet. And it does have essentially 3 rooms, because you have 2 rooms and then you have the den space, which either could be an office or you can turn that into a closet. And that one has it has 2 glass doors, and it comes like this. So one slides like that, and then the other one comes in like this, and they kind of close in together, but it's like this. I thought that was really nice. It has a ton of space, 2 walk-in closets. It also has a shower and a bathtub. You have 3 additional closets within the apartment. That's not the 2 walk-in closets. So essentially you have 5 closets. Lots of storage space. There really will be no need for you to pay for additional storage. This is the only apartment. So for this apartment complex, only the ones with the 2-bed and 2-bath and the den have the island kitchen built in. It's not the cart one. So I really like that about this apartment. The other thing that I liked about this apartment, it also has a penthouse. And their penthouse gives you this vintage, modern, luxury look. It was so beautiful. I wish I can find a video of it, or I may even go back and show you guys what it looks like, but it was so beautiful. They have an outdoors outside of that. And the first thing I thought of when I saw it, this is where I could have my graduation party, because I graduate next year in the spring. And so I was like, wow, I can just have my graduation party up above my apartment. I was like, yeah, that's it for me. That's it for me. So for me, it's really just coming down to considering cost and locations. So that's all the apartments that I viewed. I've viewed 4 apartments. And at this point, there are 2 apartments that I'm really deciding between. And because I really love both apartments so much, there's so much that's alike about the 2 apartments. For me, it's going to come down to the price and the location of the 2 apartments. So in my next video, it's going to be a empty apartment tour. So you'll see which one I pick. Either it'll have a black and white interior design, or it'll have a white and gray interior design. So I can't wait to share my move-in vlog with you guys. Let me know what your budgets are if you're moving to the DMV area and what you're looking for in the comments below. And I will definitely go out and find different apartments for you guys and tour them so that you can see what they look like in real life. That's all for this video. I can't wait to share my next video with you guys. You'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Love you. Bye.